For my Culminating Service Learning project, I visited the Whatcom Museum to see the Vanishing Ice exhibit with my friend Austin. This is a picture in front of the sign. This exhibit showed the effect that global warming has on the ice masses and glaciers around the world in Antarctica and the North Pole, and the exhibit featured a large piece of ice that was 8 feet by 8 feet. Apparently when it was brought, I didn't see it then, but that's what it looked like. When I saw it, however, it was really small. 2 weeks later, it was like about that big. And in comparison, this is me sitting next to it, and that's how small it is, so there's a big difference. The exhibit also had art that depicted how global warming and CO2 gases affect the ice, and it was very powerful. And then there was this picture that showed a couple year comparison between the two pictures of how the ice was before and then after. This service learning that I did related to the class because it followed the climate change topic that we covered, and also eutrophication and how it's linked with climate change, because the temperatures will rise if the ice melts, and then algae will grow more due to this fact, which will create more blooms, which will become a really bad problem and create dead zones in water. Due to climate change also, the polar bears will possibly become extinct. Their lives are at stake because if the ice continues to melt at such a drastic scale, it could cause either extinction, which is more likely due to unable to find food, or it could cause them to adapt to their environment, which will mean they'll have to hunt for different kinds of food because they will not have seals anymore due to the ice. And this drastic climate change will also affect their ecosystem for other animals other than polar bears, like seals, beluga whales, and walrus, because they won't have any more fish and they won't have any other things due to the increase in water temperature, and this will affect the food chain as well as their complete ecosystem will shift and possibly be destroyed. This exhibit was really powerful for me to see how my choices affect the world around me, and that I should probably think more about how I affect the world, and if we take more steps to using less CO2 producing things, we could possibly stop this before it causes detrimental harm to the world.